All right, everybody. I will keep an eye on the waiting room. I think everyone's on mute. If not, just make sure you keep yourself on mute. There will be time to ask questions after. I'm gonna try to be as quick as I can. There are a decent amount of things to go over, but I know it's Monday night, and some of you guys are actually responsible and go to bed soon. So I'll try to be as quick as possible. The first and most important thing for me is I start every meeting off this time of year this way is to congratulate you guys. Um, Before we get into how scary these workouts are and how hard it is and how competitive it is, it's no longer community based open. You guys should be very proud of making this level. It's very hard to do. You can't fake it. You can't be fit, show up and get it done. You have to work for a really long time on a lot of things to make the quarterfinal stage. And um, I would say that about 10%, 25%, 2%. It's been all of the above in the past years. And to make this stage is really difficult. And it's a testament to how hard you guys work. And I know a lot of you guys have a lot of stuff going on outside of working out. So the fact that you could still get this done, you guys should be really proud of that. Proud about that. But don't be content because that's just one stage, and there's always a next stage to get to, and that's where we're at. So, just to make sure that I don't forget anything, I'm just going to share my little cheap document so I don't skip over anything that I wanted to. And so, basically, yeah, number one, you guys made it. Be really happy about that. Don't be content with it. Number two, I think the most important thing that I want to talk about is Hawk. Can you see what I have on the document right now? Okay, good. The schedule. This is actually we just had a pretty animated, I'll put it that way, conversation with someone about this. The schedule, as of right now, I did send a couple emails in, and I usually get something back from who I emailed. So it starts Thursday at 3 p.m. and it goes till Monday 3 p.m. I know that we know the workouts. I know that you can do it tomorrow. You could go do it tonight. Um, but in terms of submitting scores through Bison, and I'm the one that validates them, I put my name on your score. I'm not validating anything that is done before Thursday at 3 p.m. So that's when the competing window begins. You can practice whatever you want. You can even do the workouts and practice them tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday morning. But whatever is done Thursday morning even will not count. I won't validate anything that gets done before Thursday. And I know that we know the workouts. I actually asked myself on the YouTube channel today that what is preventing anyone from doing it tomorrow and just getting it done and getting a head start. And that to me is a big question they have not addressed yet. In the past, if you wanted to make semifinals, you had to video your workouts, and they would give you a password on Thursday that you would have to say on camera to ensure that you did not do it early. We don't have that this year because you don't have to video this year, everyone. You do not need to video. So don't even worry about that. If you want to for your own sake, go for it. But you're not going to be submitting a video unless you're trying to win prize money, which I think is only for like first place in the world type stuff. And if you think you can, go for it. All right, awesome. But the pressure and the annoyance of doing it, it's awesome that it's out. But it does make policing the fact that people can do them these next 2 3 days impossible. And there will be people that do them. Some of your friends might do them. We don't do it that way. It's not a we're higher than thou, holier than thou, whatever. It's just we don't want to break rules for a lot of different reasons, and one of them has nothing to do with you or me. It's the gym. I've seen gyms get in trouble for this kind of stuff. They get their affiliate taken away. So if I hear otherwise, that we are allowed to do them. It's just that the submission windows open Thursday. That's kind of what I would love. That you can do it tomorrow and Wednesday, but you cannot submit a score until Thursday, whatever. Then you could start doing them whenever you want. But until then, you will not be doing these until Thursday, 3 p.m. or later. With that said, the Thursday WOD is going to be the hang squat clean one with the dumbbells with the bar muscle ups. And I know we have a lot of people here that we have a lot of people here that work out in the morning, and you might want to come do the workout with the class. I get it. You can, it's just not going to count. So if you want to practice it and then give it again another go on Monday, that workout is strategy more than anything. So maybe you give it a shot Thursday and then you try to beat a score on Monday or Sunday, whatever. Or what we've done in the past, which has been a blast. I'd love to do this. If anyone wants to sign on, is we all come into a Thursday night class and bang it out. We've done Thursday night lights for quarterfinals before, and it's probably one of the most amped up environments we've ever had at the gym. And as of right now, I'm going to try to plan on signing up for one of those classes. And what helps in those classes is that it's going to be two heats like the Open. You do it with a judge, then you'll judge someone else similar to the Open, and it'll be amped up. You can stick around, cheer each other on, help each other out, that kind of stuff. So I just want to get that out there. That was like one of the probably the biggest, most talked about things I've been talking with people about. And I'm sure you guys have been asking the same questions. Like, the person I talked to said, like, it's not cheating if I do it Thursday morning. It's not about cheating. Like, I don't think you guys are cheaters if you want to do it Thursday morning. It's just, it's against the rules. And I always put the affiliate in front of anyone's competitive aspirations, including my own. And we're going to put the gym first on that. And I just don't want to put us at risk because you couldn't wait 6 hours. All right. So that's a big talking point. Let me just look at the chat box. Hawkinson, if they ask for a video for whatever reason and you do not have one, then you get a zero, unless you're waiting to hear back from the answer. So Boz addressed that. He explicitly said you do not need the video. So unless you're trying to win first place, so I would put zero stress on it. Might I video but not show measurements and all that stuff? I might, just like I would a video a class workout, but you guys can go watch that video that the CrossFit Games. It's short. It's not long. It's gonna be long. It's gonna be shorter than this meeting. I would say 15, 20 minutes tops, where they just maybe 20 minutes. They go through all the workouts kind of quickly, some unique things about them. We'll talk about them briefly. And he said you do not need to video. So my assumption is they're not going to ask you for a video, Hawk, no matter what. Okay. So let's see. Let me go back to what I had. All right. So when are you going to compete? Okay. Oh, here's Mindy. Hold on one sec. I got people still coming in, guys. All right. So Thursday, what I just said, night classes, event two. You have four classes Thursday night. You can pick any of them. A lot of you just don't even like my morning people. You're out of your norm at night. Just wait till Friday. Okay. Friday, the classes. So if you show up to a class Friday, you won't pick what workout you'll do. You're going to do the deadlifts and jump rope on Friday in classes. If you want to work out Friday and that workout is not what you want to do, you got to do it no matter what. But you can do. I would pick an open gym period. We have the normal 8 to 9:30, and then we'll try to get another slot of you guys done in between the 9:30 and 11 a.m. class. So that would be you are ready to work out at 10:30. You're not starting to warm up at 10:30, and you're done before 11 a.m. We're still always putting classes first. Classes always come before competitors and open gym training. So if you are looking to do it in that second window, you need to show up early, get warmed up, get set up, whatever you need the floor to get ready for, shuttle runs. You need to measure all that stuff out. And you need to start your workout at 10:30 or, before start it so that you're done before the 11 a.m. class. Okay. We'll talk more specifics on what open gym policy and how we're going to do that. Saturday, Coach Dan Coda, who's on the call, he's going to be doing a workout after the classes on Saturday. So the gym is going to be open from 10:45 to 12:30. If you want to do one or two of the workouts in that period, that's a really solid window. So thank you, Dan, for doing that. Nobody will be doing them during classes on Saturday, in between classes. That's going to be your only slot on Saturday to do the workout. Okay, it's a nice 2 hour window. Sunday, I expect a lot of people to do it Sunday. We're going to give you guys an extra hour of open gym time. You're going to have to sign up for your own slot. We'll talk about that more specifically later. So there's going to be normal open gym, and then there's going to be quarterfinals open gym in the app. So when you sign up for that, make sure you sign up for the correct one so that we can plan accordingly. It's going to be 8 to 11 a.m. I'm just going to put three different slots: 8 to 9 to 10 to 11. If you need to move it last second, it's okay. don't stress too much about that. It's I don't want you signing up and then me not knowing if you're coming in at 10:30 or 8:15. It just helps me to approximately know who's coming when. Monday. So here's the asterisk. Okay. Thursday morning, people, you know the workout, you know the gym is doing the workout for the quarterfinals, the hang clean muscle up, but you technically can't do it because it's not in the competing window. We are going to let you, and I'm going to work with the coaches on this. We're going to let you do the workout, that workout in class. And I'm going to make the class workout Monday. I'm going to reprogram a little bit so that you can kind of follow their flow of class. Um, I'm basically going to make it a 12-minute workout, and you'll have that opportunity to work out for 12 minutes on that workout. So I'm putting an asterisk on this because you're going to have to arrange your own judge for that. You're not going to pull someone out of class, or you're not going to have a coach get a judge for you while they're coaching the class. You're essentially going to work in the back corner of the gym, and we'll make sure you get a pull up bar your height. And you're going to have to organize a judge, and we're going to talk about judges as well. So that would be if you need to work out. This would be a last resort, by the way. But if you need to do that workout and you can't do it before Monday, you can pick one of those classes, but you need to find your own judge. The class always comes first, and you have until 3 p.m. Monday to submit scores. So you also have open gym that morning. So if you have the schedule to get there between 8 and 9:30 Monday, that would obviously be very much preferred over doing it during a class. But I do think it's a little I'm trying to keep this fair for morning people, night people, that the night people on Thursday get to do the workout because of the window opening. The morning people do not get to do it Thursday. So now we're going to give you the opportunity to do it Monday, and those Monday night people will not be able to. So that's a nice little get for you guys, but you're going to the one caveat is you got to find your own judge. Okay? So I'm going to stop the share real quick, talk about judging, and then we'll get into the workouts. Judging. So this is I can't speak to this completely yet because I don't know how many of you are doing it. We had 70 people qualify. That's pretty cool. My guess is that will be number one in the world. Um, take that, mayhem. And so I do think that's a really cool thing that we can all be proud of. When we had 25% 2 years ago, I think the number was 74 or 75, and we had 40 people do it. We had 40, so 35 people did not do it. So I can't. Part of it's money. It's $50. You got to pay $50. It's 4 workouts. You don't have a lot of schedule flexibility. I know a lot of people with kids and sports, like you got to be really, really tight with your schedule. You got to be like really like on point. And if you don't have that flexibility, this is really hard to do in a 4 day period. So that's something to keep in mind. But until I know how many people are actually doing this, I can't make a decision on this yet. But I, the rule is for you to submit a score to the leaderboard, you have to have an official judge. You did not need that in the open. You could have put your dog's name as your judge during the open and it would have worked. It used to be like a name would pop up in the open, it didn't matter. So ideally, everyone that is submitting a score to the website, which we don't know how many of you are doing that yet, you're going to have a judge. And let's say you put in Brock Syvertson. His name's not going to show up. You can't submit your score. So, meaning if you show up to a class and the coach gives you someone that is not an official judge, meaning you didn't pass the judge's course, that you can't put that judge's name. In a perfect world, all of you would take the judge's course and we would help each other out. I'm not gonna ask 70 people to take the judge's course, and it's a 45 to an hour minute commitment. It's $10, blah blah blah. It would help us out immensely if you did. Um, it's not a big commitment. If you want to go the extra mile, I did this last year. I know a few of us did. You take the advanced judges course. It's another hour, but you're good for 3 years. So I didn't have to do it this year. I don't have to do it next year, and I'll do that every 3 years if they get that option. So it would help us out a lot if we had more judges, but I am ready to say that if you're Kathleen, do we have to retake the judges course? Yeah. If you did it last year, yeah. If you did the advanced judges course, which is an extra course, a little bit longer, nothing crazy though, you would be good for 3 years. All right. Um, I am ready to say that if you are going to try to qualify for semifinals, I'm going to try to make you, I'll get you one of these official judges. But I don't want to make it that I'm organizing 44 judges times four. And half you guys are like, I just want to do the quarterfinals. I'm not trying to qualify for semis. So that'll be a little subjectivity. I'll help out with that. If you're not sure if you can or you're capable or blah, 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 I don't like getting that asked that question. The top 400 in the world for the younger age groups, and I think it's top 300 for the older age groups, maybe 200. So you could use your open rank as a gauge for where you currently stand, if you have a shot or not. Programming is definitely lucky, unlucky. I feel the same way. But you can be honest about it and just say like, hey, if I had, that's not my goal. I just want, this was my goal. I want to make quarters. I want to participate. We'll let you give a class judge, someone from class that, I hate to say random, but a person that's not an advanced judge or a judge, a official judge, and then you could just put my name, or I'll give you the list of judges that are in our gym. Like I know Guillermo, Brittany, that those guys have sent me their notes. Hawk, I have Liz, Ramsden. Like I have a lot of coaches that have done it, so it would be a helpful thing if more of you guys took it. But I'm not going to make anyone do it. Okay. Are there any questions about judging before I move on? I did the advanced judges. Whoever user is, um, show your face. No, just kidding. Tracy, that's you. Okay. If you did the advanced judges course, you're good to go for the next 2 years. All right. So that means we're probably going to judge about 74 times this weekend. So I hope you're ready for that. Okay. Can you create? Yeah. So can you create a group chat that includes athletes and official judges? I do. I'm not a huge group chat fan. Um, but what I might do is I might take the next 2, 3 days and gather the list of people that I are judges. So I would need you guys. If you know you're a judge, tell me, and I'll just put you on a spreadsheet, and then I'll send that spreadsheet out. And then yeah, I might make a group chat just for judges, so that if I can just send a note out, hey guys, I need 2 people Friday night or Saturday afternoon, that kind of thing. And I'll basically be at the gym all weekend, so I can judge as many people as you want. I'm doing the quarters as well, but I'll make sure I get my reps in, my workouts in. All right, so next up, where am I at? Let's see, judging. Okay, we're gonna go to the workouts. Not gonna go over them like at the whiteboard. Okay, I don't. But here is the first one. It's basically, I just want to give you guys. I'm not gonna go over the whole workout, but here's the workout. I like showing the score sheet actually. Okay, the workout on the right in the box here: shuttle runs, overhead squat, burpee, rests a minute, burp, and then reverse. Burpee, overhead squat, shuttle run. Sprint workout, go as fast as you can, blah, blah, blah. All the weights for your age groups are up here. This will definitely be a gym that you need to find an open gym period for. And we'll probably create maybe 6 to 7 lanes in the gym going up and down the gym and that are 25 feet long. And we'll probably tape it with yellow. I think we have yellow tape. I'll put that out there for the shuttle runs. And then you can, during your open gym period, you'll just pick one of those lanes for it. It's actually space wise a pretty easy workout for our gym anyway. So just make sure that you read up on some of the weight lift, your weights, some of the standards. Um, if you've never seen these before, these are huge to look at. Front squats. If we have anyone that's 65 plus doing it, you're obviously doing front squats instead of overhead squats. I will say that the overhead squat is similar to the wall ball in that you see a ton of no reps with squat depth on this. So if you guys are on the fence, I know there's a lot of people on the fence. Should I do this or not? Um, you got to be able to overhead squat that. We are. I like to say we're strict, but I do know some people get away with squat depth issues with wall balls and thrusters. You're not getting away at this stage. So if you need a coach to assess you, grab one before or after class and ask them if you're getting to depth. And if you're not, your score on this will be 10. You got 10 reps on the shuttle runs, and you didn't get any overhead squats. Okay. Again, any questions, put them in the chat or just save it for the end of the call. All right, workout two, which is going to be the Thursday WOD. This is important to know. I didn't see this initially. 80 double dumbbell hang squat cleans, and then 40 bar muscle ups. You can do this however you want. We do this throughout the year about 7 or 8 times where you partition how you want. So you do not need to do 80 squat cleans, then 40 bar muscle ups. Interesting part about this workout, Boz said the tiebreaker is how quickly you get to 60 reps. That can mean 60 squat cleans is your tiebreaker. All right, have fun with that. But if you don't have muscle ups or you're failing them, you could just say like, screw this. I'm getting to 60 squat cleans as fast as I can. That's my tiebreaker. And then you could try to chip away from there. You don't need to do a single muscle up to get to the 60 rep mark. So just keep that in mind. Again, weights up here. They did a lot of different maneuvering. We do have a 14, 15-year-old teen on this, so that's 35 pounds for him. My 55 plus agers, 20 pounds for the women, 35 for the men. And then for the 65 plus age group, you are not doing muscle ups until after you do 30 chest bar pull ups. All right. So that's a pretty cool thing. I like that they're still giving you guys the opportunity to do the muscle ups. Again, read the standards. Talk about that in a little bit. All right. Let me X that out. That is Thursday's WOD, but you can only do it Thursday PM for it to count towards the score, unless I hear otherwise. All right, workout three. This is the Friday workout. It's the deadlift jump rope one. Cool workout. Very Bison type workout. So you're doing 3 rounds of 50 jump rope, 10 deadlifts. So you're always doing that, guys, right? You're always doing 50 dubs, 10 deadlifts. That first barbell, which is not light, all right, that was level 2 weight today at Bison, 225, 155. Okay. You're doing that 3 times, and then you're changing weights. Okay. 50 double unders, 10 deadlifts again, but you're only doing it 2 times, 2 rounds of that with that heavier barbell where my cursor is, that second weight. And then you're only doing 1 round, 50 jump rope again, and then 10 deadlifts at that heavy weight. So all of your weights are in here. A lot of maneuvering between teens and masters. Again, be on the same page there. I have not read through this yet. Athletes may set up multiple barbells. Okay, so this one, you are allowed to have assistance. We did not have that in the open. So people can either set up your weights for you during your jump rope, which is about 30 to 40 seconds of work if you're unbroken. So that's pretty quick. You have to have a good pit crew for that. Or you are allowed to have multiple barbells. All right, so keep that in mind that in classes on Friday, if you're doing it with the class, you can set up multiple barbells as long as it doesn't affect the class, which it shouldn't because we're doing 2 heats, so we have enough. So if you prefer that, go for it. Just keep that in mind. That's an option. I like that. Okay, so that is it. There's a 12-minute cap on that. So basically, it's a 6 round workout. You got to be 2 minutes or quicker per round. Easy to do, in my opinion, early on. Not easy to do later on. You got to factor in some weights. So that one might be a little one where people get more capped out. But if you can deadlift that weight and your jump ropes are just halfway decent, you'll get pretty far, or you will finish that. That was a note that Boz said in the call today. In the open, they had a lot of workouts that people couldn't finish, right? Like almost like the time cap saved you, right? Like you were allowed to stop. They made the caps longer for this much work in terms of reps per minute to try to get more of us to work longer and get deeper into the workout, which is kind of cool. Like I think these workouts are much more finishable than what the open workouts were. All right, last one, the longest one. Okay. So you have 1,000 meter row, and let me make sure. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's 1,000 meter row for men and women. Sometimes you'll see them scale the distance, but it's not. So everyone's doing a 1K row, 30 clean and jerks, which is Grace, 135.95. All right, masters, look at your weight, age groups. Okay. Another 1,000 meter row. That one's gonna be the fun one. And then you have 30 strict handstand push-ups. Pretty cool workout. This is a really versatile workout. You have some people that can't wait to get those strict handstand push-ups. And then you have people that are going to get there really quickly, and then it's gonna be a dogfight to get there, to get those done. Let's see. So if you guys see those handstand mats, we might have to retape some of them, but those pieces of tape are kind of already set up for those handstand push-up mats that we have. But again, this is going to be on you to make sure that your measurements are correct. Um, it's a 20-minute cap. Again, standards on this are pretty simple. And I just want to, again, I want you guys to read through what your age group has to do for some of these, like the 55 plus age group, you get to use a 2-inch riser. So essentially, for most of you guys, that's an ab mat. Some of you guys have like those actual 2-inch rectangles that you can use. I'll help you out with that. We can communicate on that. But again, cool workout. 20 minutes is a long time. Like a 2K row in a workout like this, like that rowing combined, some of you guys will be in this between 7 and 8. Ladies, probably between 8 and 9, 8 and 10. So you're gonna have enough time. You will be getting to those strict handstand push-ups. So just keep that in mind. Okay. So those are the workouts. Um, are there any questions? I'm gonna wrap this up soon. Are there any questions about the workouts that you really need to ask now? Again, we have multiple days, and you guys can always text me. I'll give you my number. I'll put my number in the chat. You guys can text me whenever you want about the workouts. Mm-mm. Okay. All right. So last thing to wrap it up, and then we can do some Q&A if anyone has any questions. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Okay. All right. Big one. Your responsibility. Okay. I've been doing this a long time. Okay, I've done this. This actually started back in the day with Sam and Kathleen as the two people that made back then the age group online qualifier. It was just the two of them back in the day, and it was so easy. We basically beat them up in training leading up to, and then they had 97 people scream at them every time. Now it's a little bit more spread out because there's so many of us. It's complicated now, and I want us all to be on the same page. We're all fighting our own fight, our own goals. But this is a big group, and a part of what makes Bison Bison is that nobody is more important than anyone else, and we expect the same whether you're trying to get to the games or you are just doing quarterfinals for fun. We expect the same level of responsibility from anyone. So, number one, over communicate. Even if there's something silly or stupid that you want to ask or just make sure that we're on the same page with, just don't wait till Friday to tell me. Like these next 3 days, if I'm working or I can't get back to you right away, like I will get back to you or I'll have someone get back to you about any potential issue, equipment, setup, standard, anything. Just over communicate with it. Don't be afraid to reach out to any of the coaches and myself especially. Okay. Schedule compromises. A big thing of competing that a lot of people do not respect enough is that you need to make your schedule around this, not the other way around. And a lot of you guys, that is the deal breaker. And I'm sorry to say that. Like your work schedules, like cannot be compromised. Your kids' sports schedules cannot be compromised. Like I get it. Um, and we're opening up extra hours all weekend for you guys. We're gonna do as much as we can, but this stuff you need to plan around this stuff, not the other way around. And you have a lot of windows to get 4 workouts in. 2 of them are class workouts. Do everything you can over the next 48 hours to figure out what you're going to do. Once I have a good number of people who are doing it, whether it's 25 or 75 or 70, all right, I will share an Excel spreadsheet, and I'm only going to use the people that are signed up. I have a dashboard through Games website of who actually registered. I have a list of who made it, and then I have a list of who paid the $50. So on Wednesday or Wednesday night, I'm gonna send that sign up sheet to the people that have signed up. So if you're on the fence, I'd like you to know by Wednesday night. You got 48 hours to figure it out. Okay. And in that spreadsheet, it's not a rule, it's not the Bible, but it does help me a lot and communicating with judges and coaches to know when you're coming in. It's going to change our perspective if there's 3 people coming in Saturday at 11 and 32. So that kind of thing is like you need to figure out if you're doing this before Wednesday night, and then you got to figure out when are you looking to work out. and I'll put all of this in an email to you guys about when these competing hours are open, and that will be kind of like your guide from there. So please do your best to compromise your schedule so that you can make it easy for everyone else. Okay. Judge help, I already went over. It would help us a lot if more of you took the course and then you communicated to me that you passed it. I actually think it helps a lot of you guys too. I think some of you guys need refresh on standards sometimes. Every time I take it, there's like oh, I forgot about that, or an oh yeah. Um, so, it can actually help you as an athlete. People get no reps in these things all the time, and some of it's just the nature of the beast, and some of you guys just don't know. So that actually can help you as an athlete to take this course if you're looking for another reason. Standards. I just shared with you guys all those scorecards from all four workouts. Read them top to bottom. It will take less than 3 minutes per. And that a setup, they're not as strict with setup, but for example, your dumbbells for the bar muscle up one can't be within 5 feet. Like, you got to know that before you come in. It can't be like, oh, I didn't read it and I have time. Like, that's why they're giving us these workouts now. They used to give us these workouts on Thursday, and then you go do them. You have 3 days to read up on it. Maybe take one per day and read up on it and really focus on what you need to do. Start visualizing. I'm big on that for competing, and like where you're going to stand, what it's going to feel like, all that stuff. So read up on all of those, especially the age group differences. And if there's any certain specific setup or anything like that. And then warm up, arrival, zone setup. So a lot of these zones will probably be set up somewhat, especially if you're doing the class one, the shuttle run one. But my suggestion to you is, if you have a plan of what time you're going to work out. Let's say I'm gonna sign up for I'm gonna do one on during Sunday open gym, and I'm gonna sign up for the 8 to 9 hour. Okay, that heat that heat or two will probably start 8:25, 8:30. Like, I'm showing up at 8 o'clock or sooner. So I would try to warm, and then you're going to warm up on your own. You're going to arrive on your own. You're not going to lollygag. You don't need to talk to people. You can talk to them after. And it's not because we're trying to be douchebags about it. It's more, there's 18 other people that have to get the workout in as well. And if we start off behind because, we're just taking forever to roll out and chat with each other, and we're stressing, you go to the bathroom 9 times, it could mess up the rest of the morning again. And there's a lot of us, and we always put the gym first. So I would always say, whatever time you think you need to come in for your workout, come 20 to 30 minutes earlier than that. And the worst thing you do is, get loose, get looser, stretch out more, hop on a bike, chill out a little bit, and maybe do a real warm up. Okay, where you get your heart rate up, you get tired, you sweat, drink some water, eat some fruit, and then you go bang it out. So that would help us out a lot if we were all on the same page with that. That's it. That's all I have. I don't think I need to touch on anything else. If anything, any of you guys have been on these calls before, and if I'm forgetting anything, let me know. You can put in the chat, or you can unmute yourself and ask a quick question. But if not, I'll wrap it up in 5 minutes.
Dave, I have a quick question. It's
What's up,
Dave
David?
Lance. You said on Monday morning, you
Yeah.
mentioned the hang, squat clean, and bar muscle up workout. Do
Yep.
you not want us doing any of the other workouts
It
5
depends
a.m.
which one, Dave. Like, if it's the deadlift jump rope one, fine. If it's the shuttle run one, I would say no, unless it's during open gym.
row, the row?
Row, I think you'll be okay with that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Um, yeah. Yeah. As I was talking about that, Dave, I was thinking the same exact thing. If people really wanted to do, um, if you, yeah, I would say assume you're not going to do like the space consuming one, the shuttle run one. But if you guys need to do a different one or want to redo one, there's enough time to redo these, by the way, in my opinion. Like, if something goes wrong, like you trip up a lot on the jump rope, who would do that? The you could probably bang that one out. My biggest potential problem with that is, can you find a judge? That's all. I won't be there early Monday morning. I will be there Monday open gym. So that's something that once we get that judge list and you see someone that owes you a favor, maybe it's one of those. But the way this gym is, I bet a lot of people would be more than happy to help people out that morning. Maybe there's two of you that want to do it, and you just judge each other. That would be probably ideal. All right, Kathleen, if you do a workout Monday morning during open gym, not class, does it need to be the 12-minute? No. Open gym, you do whatever you want any day. So if people want to save that muscle the shuttle run one for last, um it'll just take like simple respectful communication that you need a specific amount of space, but I don't foresee that being an issue in open gym. Class workout, I can't guarantee that. Hmm. Any other questions? All right, cool. All right, well, thanks for coming on, guys. That was good. 40 minutes, not bad. You guys are gonna be great. If you have any questions, if you want honest feedback, I turn into very, very honest Dave this point, time of year when it gets to more like higher level sport. So if you have like, I talked to someone today about the workouts, and I straight up told her like you shouldn't be doing them. Hasn't done overhead squat over 55 pounds ever. Like doesn't have muscle ups. The deadlift is 85, 90% of her one rep max. Like that's and hasn't done a barbell deadlift in a year. So I said you shouldn't do it. Have fun, maybe pick one or two of them. So like I'll talk like if you guys want some honest feedback on stuff, we can absolutely have that conversation. You can reach out to me. But I think if you can do three of the workouts, like I say go for it. Like it's fun. It's a pretty cool thing. Mean Dave. Yeah, no, it's more like F it, Dave. This time of year you just get to fuck it, It's kind of like today's workout. All right, thank you guys. That's it. I'm gonna end the recording. I'll send this out, put it on the YouTube channel. I will send this out if for the people that couldn't come in and if you want to watch it again. All right, thank you guys. Have a good night. All right, thanks, Rach.